Hey guys, Incapos County Rail fan here. I just want to leave a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. Due to the graphic nature, viewer discretion is advised, so please watch carefully and responsibly. I am not responsible for any and all form of damages that may happen to the content of this video. On February 2nd, 1917, 2 days and 2 months before America entered World War II, one of the worst derailments in Rivalka County history would happen. Would happen 8 miles south of Shawnee, Texas. And this isn't the first train derailment either. So this is the story of the 1917 Shawnee train derailment. On Friday, February 17th, 1917, a Lockhart to Yoakum passenger train was going down the Lockhart Yoakum line, which connected at Shawnee. Let's rewind a bit and get some info on the area. For those of y'all who don't know, the San Antonio and Aransas Pass Railroad was established sometime in the post-Civil War era of Texas, and would build multiple railroad lines all across the area, including lines that went from that were abandoned, like ones from Howardville to Yoakum, which is part of the Houston to Kennedy line, the Cuero branch, and the Shawnee to Lockhart line that connected to Gonzales via the hardwood connection. And the train was, of course, and who could forget, Shawnee, Texas was the town of the name disaster was established in 1888 and would be officially incorporated in 1890. Shawnee only came to be mostly because of Henry B. Shawnee, the person who famously donated the land for a right of way to the San Antonio and Aransas Pass Railroad. On February 2nd, 1917, after 1 o'clock, the Central Telephone Office received the startling news of the overturning of the Yoakum Lockhart passenger train from Lockhart, over there by Austin, to the nearby town of Yoakum. The gravest fears were the entertainment of the safety of the passengers, and soon automobiles were speeding to the site of the derailment. Seven people were seriously injured because of the train collision, because of the derailment. Some received eye injuries, face bruises, and other bruises, while some who escaped injuries hurried to a farmhouse near the track and summoned physicians and nurses over the phone to the passenger train from Waco arriving in Shawnee a few minutes after the wreck. Hastened to The wreck hastened to the scene at the wounded and uninjured passengers to the depot. Reports are that several of the injured were in serious conditions and thought to recovered. Further description of the wreck was covered by the local China newspaper, the China Gazette. Was included in another item in the same issue of the Gazette. The edition of the Gazette was called very efficient and valuable for the information. At the time the train arrived, these being one at the depot, Miss Frottencop, one of the people at the crew, one of the people at the depot alerted the chief dispatcher at Yoakum about the derailment. 8 miles from China going towards China out towards Yoakum. There was sadly there was no evidence from the investigation, and I'm sorry about this video, y'all. It's really hard to get info, especially with one where there's little information available. Like, it sucks. It honestly sucks. But this isn't the first time a train derailment occurred here in the small town of Shawnee, Texas, because because 105 years later, in June of 2022, another horrific train derailment would happen. After the wreck, everything was cleaned up and everything pretty much returned to normal on the China line. The track that connected China to Lockhart would be abandoned by the Southern Pacific and the Texas and New Orleans Railroad sometime in the 1930s, while the line from Harwood to Gonzales that connected that line would become the Gonzales and Texas Northern Railroad. The other line where Shawnee Junction connects is now part of the Union Pacific's Cuero subdivision, which I'm hoping to rail fan right now. Because after the derailment, and after Amendment X was passed to the Texas Constitution, which caused the San Antonio and Aransas Pass Railroad to become part of the Texas and New Orleans Railroad, which then merged into Southern Pacific in the 50s, then became part of Union Pacific in 1996. And that was honestly a disaster. I may have not lived through it, but yeah, after 100 years and 5 years later, hopefully the lessons will still be learned. And today I would like to thank the Shawnee History Museum, the Shawnee Edward Walters Memorial History Museum, for helping me on my inquiry to this video. I'd especially like to thank curators Duff Wagner and Roy Lavilla for helping provide information for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share, and yeah, See you on the next video. Bye.